guest hosts and callers, and not necessarily of this station, its management, or other advertisers.
This is ContactTalkRadio.com. Consciousness in action. And you are taking action into your consciousness by tuning into Contact Talk Radio.
And on TuneIn.com, Hing.fm, and UpSnap Mobile.
Contact Talk Radio.
Welcome to Transformations with Tara Sutphen. Tara Sutphen is the author of Blame It on Your Past Lives, Soul Agreements, and The Abenda Chronicles. Grammy-nominated audios, videos, and MP3 series. You can find these MP3 series now at tarainsight.com.
Welcome to Transformations with Tara. And my guest and co-host today is Jason D. McKean. He is the voice of over 1 million sold recordings throughout the world of Om. Yes. And thank you, Jason, for being on the show. He has meditations, he has music, really, jasondmckean.com.
Thank you, Tara.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning.
Hope that your morning is vibrant, alive. It's like it's a beautiful day in SoCal.
It is. It really is.
It's summer. Oh my God. It's like
I
went from
it's
wearing
been
long
very
sleeves.
mild. It's been mild, and I really like mild.
Yeah, it's been hotter in like Malibu though. It's been like it's like we have to wear shorts in May. That's crazy, right?
Yeah, crazy.
No, it's not crazy, but it's kind of nice. It's like peeling off the layers, right? All this armor that we wear. It's funny because I have the suits of armor behind me there, but
yeah, that's right.
It's it's like when there's like an official kind of like time when it's just like it's just okay. Now it's like nice all of the time rather than it being gloomy and all that. So
well, that's a good analogy, actually, peeling off the armor, because we're going to be talking about training the mind to improve today. And it's a big subject, after last year and all the lockdown and everybody's a little off track, or they're on track, because you changed with where you needed to go and improved your life. But, many people, ate their supplies and all their and became fearful. And so, we do always have to work on improving the mind.
Right. And I think it's work, it is like, I like to see humans as verbs, where we're in the process of becoming, so it's always something that, we can work on. And, we're human beings. We're in that process of being human. It's like none of us, has it all, perfect all the time. And, it's like we need to, just give ourselves enough compassion to keep, doing the work of opening up. And, what do you think that it starts with? Do you think it starts with a vision of, how one wants to see themselves, or does it have to necessarily be like that?
Well, I don't think that everybody's visual. So I think that you can be, kinesthetic, you can be, be an auditory person. So you have to be very careful kind of where you begin, because, this depression can sometimes put you into not knowing where you can get out of that depression. You don't know which way to turn to really start going forward. So the thing is that, so what you do, I think is the first is allowing yourself to know what who you are, as far as what your most sensory perception is. So if you are somebody who likes to listen to things, you go out and you listen to the birds. You go and listen to silence. You are, vibrate again with the consciousness of whatever the sky is and the earth is, and just be quiet. You don't have to meditate. You don't have to think that you need to heal yourself. You don't need to do anything other than just have a quiet moment.
This
And
sounds
don't
like
let your head spin. Don't let your head spin. Get into the quiet moment.
sounds like getting back to a basic state of being where you're like just building a space, a clarity within yourself,
Right.
clearing
Yeah.
space.
Quiet down. Quiet down. So if it's visual, you go look at something pretty, a tree, a flower, the grass, what color it is, a painting, just something very easy. Don't be going and looking at yourself and then picking yourself apart.
But what if you're beautiful like me?
Yeah. And have a beautiful beard. Then you look and stare at your beard in the mirror, Jason.
And go, oh, oh.
Dude, you said it.
Hey, don't even try to touch it.
Anyway, so the thing is, yeah. So you get back into a visual. Now, if you're kinesthetic, like it's all about feelings and, you're not feeling good about yourself and you just can't get into, feeling good about anybody around you. Well, that's because you're not clearing out enough space around you. You're vibrating with everything that you touch, you're finding something wrong. And there's a light and a dark side of all human nature. And so you're just concentrating on the dark side. So you just have to realize that you just need, again, that calm down and like push out your aura so that you're not having to deal with any sort of real chaos or upsets, because there are upsets in the world each and every day for all of us. So the thing is that you just have to get back into your grounding. We have to ground with the earth, and we train our mind. We train our mind to come back to ourselves instead of tumbling down some kind of hill or mountain, I mean, it's just like stopping, because I believe that all mental illness starts with you starting to tumble down the hill. You don't have to go there. You just have to work the reins. So it's like a horse being out of control. You just got to work the reins, just really gently slow down. You don't have to be out of control. Nobody's going to get hurt here. It's just relax, go into a nice flow, because we all go too fast in our life or we go too slow in our life, but we have to ground. If we start training our mind to ground when we're upset, or, it's a lot about self-soothing, learning to self-soothe. Self-soothing is about finding our grounding again. And so it's really a calming down. Like, don't think that you're overly needing to say something crazy back to somebody who said something off to you. I mean, it's their bad personality. It's not yours. Allow your personality to be you. I had a client years ago, and it's funny. He used to say, "Oh, you should do this on the radio, and you should be more, flamboyant, basically." And the staff behind him would be like, "No, don't change." So it was really funny, but the bottom line is that, I don't need to be anybody but who I am. And you don't need to be anybody who you aren't as well. Get into our trained mind. Our trained mind is, we take the high road or the low road. I say this many times. So which road are you going to take?
Yeah, you brought up the term like self-soothing, right? And how does that differentiate between that and self-medication?
Yeah, self-meditation or self-medication?
Medication, like, but not where it's just pills and stuff like that, but those things that can be like drinking, or like just.
Oh, well, see, I think of, when you said self-medication, I think of Ayurvedic medicine and homeopathy and some alternatives and vitamins and stuff to try to get you back on track.
Right.
I don't think of pharma, and I don't think of, but I do believe that science is a gift. Now, whether or not you need to do, drastic things, I don't think drastic things work. I think drastic things make drastic things happen down the road. So you have to start again at that place of quiet, and you have to begin again of creating the right choices. And so we create the right choices when we're quiet with ourselves, when we don't panic over what our choices are. Because, okay, so everything that bad that happens to us is a shamanic sign. It is a red flag. And it says, hey, you asked for a certain life, kind of life. Now, do you want to step into the bad life, or would you like us to red flag it and say, hey, so slow down, don't be disappointed, just relax, get quiet, and make conscious, good decisions. But we're not gonna, a lot of times we've asked for protection, we've asked for guidance, and we don't take it. And the bottom line is that the other side is very verbal. You have sentinels, you have spirit guides, you have holy ones. We have a whole set of people that will help us if we're willing just to relax and go into the flow of our humanness. Because as a human, we need a village to make us strong, and we need a village to help us get into our next step anywhere and everywhere. We do.
Yeah, especially, if we choose to live an expansive life where, there are new challenges that, keep presenting themselves. It's like that support, because we can feel, too much like we're just inching out on these cracking limbs. And
But it's cracking. Get back. You're not supposed to go there.
well,
I mean, that is the bottom line. You are not supposed to go into cracking limbs.
it's
Okay.
like there's one adage, that when the limb breaks, it's like you've already grown wings that you can fly, right?
Well, hopefully, because that doesn't happen to everybody.
Not to everyone, but it is something that, to keep like expanding in a way that you're pushing, what it is that you have known about yourself, that you can.
Right. If you're learning and growing, if you know that
growing.
those steps that you're taking, you're getting positive reinforcement back instead of negative reinforcement. The bottom line is, if we're getting any sort of negative reinforcement ever, we are not supposed to go there. A person being off, a situation being off, an event being off, get out of the way. Just to remove yourself from it, because usually it's like a series of events. You go into kind of a funnel of events because you're negative thinking, and you're thinking that you're not getting something. There's some kind of lack. There's some kind of upsets. There's, you're crashing all the time. You're saying negative things, and negative things build. It builds to where it usually comes out into your health.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to be very careful where your health is.
So it manifests like from within to like a place of like a physical ailment or so.
Yeah.
I mean, stress will do that, with
Well, that's what I mean, stress. Yeah.
That's a killer.
Yeah.
I find that, if someone doesn't know exactly where to pinpoint, like to look within themselves to look to maybe correct a dominant part of themselves that may be going in a certain direction. It's like the tarot, it's like if I sit down with someone and we're looking at their cards, if there's a part where it's within their own spirit, or if they're like stressing too much in their head about it, or if they're, holding on too much in the past. They have like too much resentment against others. It can pinpoint a starting place of these areas within ourselves to start to clear, and to start moving through, and letting go. Sometimes that's the beginning point, right? Where maybe there's a person that has been influential in your past that you're still holding on to, and they may not be in your life at present, but you're still like holding a lot of resentment, blame. It's like working on that process of letting go, so that you're clearing the field, so that you can focus on a new self, and not the old self, not the one that has those go-to places. And that's the work of counseling, the work of going to ethical readers and all, who can help you again to kind of equip you with some areas of focus, and then you do the work. It's on you to do the work. It's like, I'm not going to go, okay, you're healed. It's something that you can work on as a meditation, as a when you go out to the woods or whatever. It's like um, you hug a tree, and you like kind of let go of anything that you're holding on to. The earth is really great for that. If you go to the beach, take your shoes off, and you just like let stuff just kind of release it out of you into the earth there.
Well, but the trees, let's take trees, because trees give to you more than you give to them.
Mhm.
We ignore trees all the time, but in reality, they give to you more than you give to them.
Mhm.
Each and every tree. If we only knew, if we only tap in. Yeah. So the thing is that training your mind to improve. I agree. The bottom line, the first thing is to ground. Now, what would be the second, step? I think it's getting out of your own way. I think it's learning something new, or coming back to what you enjoy, like, saying, reading, or, any sort of cooking, or anything that's simple things. I don't think you need to do meditation quite yet. I think that's like maybe the third thing. So I think it's really learning something, like reading up about it, or watching a YouTube video, or starting to listen to some kind of TED Talks or something like that, to get your mind away from yourself.
But through some kind of activity, like a
Activity.
simple activity. Yeah.
Simple activity. Oh, it's simple. Just really simple. Just get to come back into a little bit into you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And to enjoy it while you're doing it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that feels key, right? Where you enjoy it.
Right. Where you enjoy it.
Right.
Or it maybe not enjoy, maybe your mind is not really soothed yet to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just the beginning, to be at peace with yourself while you do it.
Mm-hmm.
They be at peace. Now, see, I'm a avid believer of, instead of let it go, you let it be. Let it be, like the Beatles song, let it be.
Sing
let
it.
go,
Sing the Beatles song.
Pardon?
Are you going to sing it?
No. but the let it be is about just, let it rest. Whereas letting it go you're churning, you're reprocessing. Let's process that again. Let's go, and so what happens is, it starts to churn and churn and churn. We're processing. We got to let it go but we got to think about it to let it go. So if you just let it be, it's
Right.
letting it be. And especially, just things that are really bothersome, or it's a zen quality to just let it be. The earth is going to go forward no matter what. So let's just let it be. If it's a problem, we don't have to hold on to our problems. We don't. They're like cloaks around your body, and sometimes it feels safe. Sadness and being upset or angry it's weirdly safe. Instead of just throwing it off, throw off that cloak, let it drop to the ground and walk forward. You're leaving it behind. So let it be.
I think sometimes it can feel safe. Whoa. Is that that it feels known.
Right. Not to say the bills, you're supposed to do the bills, but they work for you. You do not work for them. That is when you start to bring your mind around to that, then you're much better off as well. No.
Yeah. And again, getting back to, like what can feel like where one is looking to create, like a new sense of self, right? It's like it can feel like, one is like not fully knowing what it is yet, what that looks like. And it's like the mind part of us, the mind that loves to know, loves to be able to count on something, and with sadness, with the past, that's all known. And so I can see where, because I've done it, we've all done it, where we've held on to memories and things that that we're that we just have a deep connection to. It's those areas of where we're looking to retrain and to get into a new place for ourselves, a place where we're not like basically chained, to the past. And it can feel like a little bit of like, well, I don't know what's going to happen. And they say that that courage is being afraid and acting anyway. All right. That when you allow for what I would consider like the heart center, that intelligence within us, that is about how we open up to love and loving ourselves too, where we give ourselves compassion. That when we recognize that, we do want another way of being for ourselves, and not being in a place of of sadness, or that courage. Again, it's like one can not know, one can be uh you know anxious, but it's not about being so anxious that you paralyze yourself, that you don't move forward. It's about moving forward at a pace that feels like it's progress, and and giving yourself acknowledgement, saying, what, just along the way, it's like you're doing the work, and congratulations, pat on the back, keep moving, don't stop here. And that that I guess ability, I mean, it's very human, to have that faith that we can get to the other side of a situation, or where we're in a problematic state for ourselves, where we're in a place of not seeing our best potential, and where we can keep moving towards getting to that place of where we see ourselves go to the next level. And that's our journey. That is like what's called upon for everyone to not just be in a static place, but to get to the next level. That next level doesn't look the same just for everybody. There are some common themes and common threads in that, but it is about our part in that is to recognize when we're in places of paralysis, of fear, or when we can just inch our way through the uncertainties and get to this landing place of like, oh, okay, I'm at the next level, and okay, now let's see where we're at, and the journey continues.
Right. Well, and the thing is that, you look at, you talked about earlier about how how do you get to, that third level of meditation instead of, do you self-medicate? Do you what are you doing?
And I was using that in kind of like an escapist type
Yeah.
of,
Yeah.
because
And
there's,
some people are very escapists.
yeah.
Yeah. Instead of, because the thing is that, it's really easy to think, oh, a drink or something's going to calm us down. A pill's going to calm us down. Well, there is going to be something that calms us down, but
Or a video game.
Yeah, but that's okay. Sometimes it's okay to do, that's not half as destructive as some of the other stuff.
Oh, I don't know.
Anyway, so
have you seen some of those video games?
Yeah. Well, okay. This is that's a judgment. I'm not really into judgment.
I am.
I'm thinking of when you're kind of breaking down your body, and you can break down your body by doing too many video games, watching Netflix, like people were making a funny joke, I've watched all, type of thing during the lockdown. Yeah. And, but the thing is that, you gotta relax again and not do everything is in moderation, everything. I mean, I may do too much meditation, because I'm an avid believer in keep your mind going forward strongly. Just keep going. And I love to listen to psychology videos and, TED Talks and you name it. I'm always kind of listening to something because I find it interesting. And, I'm always searching and listening to astrology or any metaphysics, so I think it's fun. And, like right now, the book I'm reading is Turning the Mind into an Ally. And that's by Pema Chodron, so the forewords that, and it's Sakyong Mipham.
Is our mind not our friend?
Well, that's it. Now, are you creating your mind to be your friend?
Are you asking me?
No, I know you are.
Well, I mean, I see
but that's a very good analogy right there, Jason. Yeah. Is our mind our friend?
In the Tarot,
yeah.
Right? It's like the suit of the swords, which represents the mind, is like one of the diciest and sliciest of suits, right? A lot of like visceral images of like, oh my God, I don't want that card, and they're all about, our relationship to, how we perceive, how we, ourself in the world, how we can get stuck with a certain mindset, a certain way of looking at something,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, in all of my meditations, when I'm working with people, I always try to remember to put in, you are a clear thinking human. There is no confusion.
Mm-hmm.
No confusion. You're clear thinking. So the thing I like even about the tarot is that when you ask a question, you're supposed to stick to the answer of whatever the card is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go off to, relatives from a faraway land. And unless you're, really a psychic and, it stirs up it as a tool, and then you're talking about everything and anything with person. But in general, it's best to answer the question. You ask a question and then you pick a card to answer it.
And cultivating that friendship, right, between oneself, one's mind,
Yeah.
because I think that there's a difference between, like, our intellect and also consciousness or awareness. I think we can be aware of our thoughts.
Mhm.
We can be aware of why we're thinking something, and it's like we can question that. It's like, why am I thinking that? Was I raised with that thought, that idea, or is this something that I truly believe? We can be aware of it, right? So when we have that awareness, then we can start to see how compatible we are with our own thoughts, and we can look to change them. We can look to be aligned with our entire being, right? And that is of course a deeper, like, question as far as our purpose and meaning and all. But just as a way of helping to retrain ourself, right, to improve ourself, being aligned is so that our heart, who it is that we love, that it's aligned with our way of thinking, and how our mind will spend a lot of time, like, either obsessing on something, or if we're if it's time to catch ourselves, right, with that awareness, and say, mind, I see what you're doing. You're like, you keep thinking about this person, you're obsessing about this person, and maybe this person isn't into you so much. So it's like, let's change that, right? It's like,
Right.
you can send them love, that they get their life together, whatever. But instead of just, like, being on that spin cycle, or the hamster wheel of, like, obsessing about something, let's just step off of that, and start to redirect that.
Mhm. That's right. Yeah. Or, if it stems with anything, get off the hamster wheel. Yeah.
Yeah, because it can definitely just keep
And I
spinning.
think a walk usually, so, and then, again, go into a Zen mode. The grass is green, the sidewalk is interesting. Uh, think of something else besides your problems.
Hmm.
Clear out your mind for a little bit, but not to say that you should be escape from your problems. Just put them in order and do them as you may. But remember the shamanic signs. Like, you're supposed to go in a certain direction to make your life great. If you're not having a significant other right now, start working on that. It takes steps. You can't wait for somebody to walk through your front door. You can't wait for friends to walk through your front door. You're going to have to, now that the lockdown is lifting, you don't have to just even make friends off the internet. You can make friends in real life. And maybe that's part of the gift, is that, you don't need to lock yourself away. You need to enjoy your life.
I mean, I've seen this quarantine period and all the last year as a signal from the universe to, like, you know get 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 it together, right? It's like, be more in touch with who you need to be, for this next part of the journey, and granted, we're not all, like, on the same part of the path, or whatever. So if someone has been taking that time to understand that, friendships and connections with people are like the essence of of our life, that it's like so important, the quality of connection that we have, that they're stepping up to it, that they're not just doing things in the same old way, or that they're that there's a new relevance for them in that, and that they can um, not just do the things in the same old way, that they can you know be more connected to how it is that they um, like put themselves into the relationship, um, like a like this new sense of self that they may have for themselves, like if they were holding back before, if there was something that they were not expressing before, that they take the opportunities to do that now, and not hide away.
You never know. You never know. Yeah, if they hide away, or if they, um, just are overt and not sharing their feelings.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it, we escape in different ways. It's like, how do you come back to yourself again, ground, and get what you want in your life? If you want love, you want success, you want a great career, you want to just enjoy your job.
Yeah.
You want to enjoy, look, and not be self-loathing or self-deprecating in any way. That's, I think, the key to that is, being mindful again. And music can put you into a good mood as well. Listening to some music. Like, I always listen to music when I'm at the gym. I have to exercise with music. I always have had to exercise with music.
Is it
Listening to music, then I can, and I listen to all eclectic types of music, kirtans to, holy music, to rock music, to some country music sometimes. I mean, classical music. It just depends. I just I go everywhere. Native American music, everything. I go everywhere. So, but it's just that I have to have like I feel like a distraction. If I have a distraction, then I don't care about, that my muscles are hurting or I'm sweating or anything. I don't want to be in an aerobics class with the instructor, and for me, it's easier for me to do something physical with some music,
with a background, with a soundtrack.
right? Except for horses, I don't do that with the horses, but I'm enjoying myself with the horses usually. And I always try to remember that I need to be present for them. Yeah, that they're my angels in life. I'm definitely not gonna waste a minute, loving them. So.
But they're like 2,000 pounds of presence, right?
Yeah.
It's like you do have to be
1,500. Yeah, 1,600.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You do have to be
no,
present.
I don't think so. Not at because I've owned them for so long. I don't think that I don't have to be present every second, but it's I just like to be present because I want to be present with them, because they like me being present with them. They I'm part of their herd, and they're part of my family. So, we're present.
Well, if you had like earphones in and all that, they might chomp the cord.
No, they don't do things like that.
No,
either. No.
They don't get jealous and say, "Hey, pay attention."
No, if anything, if I have sunglasses on, I put them on top of my head. Lyrica, the horses usually they put their heads over each other, and that over each other means that they love you, that you're their best friend. And so she's always putting her head over my head, and so she'll smash my sunglasses, which is not, good for the sunglasses, but
not usually.
only out of an act of love. Yeah. if you know the language of horses. Yeah, it's only an act of love.
I don't. I don't know the language of horses. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, Jason opted out early. I used to make him ride when we were kids. Come on, Jason. Yeah.
Oh, I loved riding horses.
He just didn't like having riding them.
I like riding ponies.
Oh, ponies. Yeah. Yeah, we had a pony.
So, you know, getting out of the trauma of my childhood there, of riding ponies, and back into like retraining, you know, one's mind, or, you know, looking to improve, right?
Mhm.
And, you know, improving doesn't mean that, you know, we get to a place of perfection. No, right? It means that we, you know, can take things to the next step, and to the, you know, like where we were operating at one level, and that no longer is, you know, doing it for us, where we get to the next. And, you know, that's I I find that, you know, we're not always just pushing. It's you know, we can enjoy all of the things that we've done in life. You know, when I was writing the book that I just wrote,
Yeah.
shameless plug, um it
No, it's fun. It's great fun.
I
We
also
all have to have fun in life.
did some
do.
illustrating for it too, and
Right.
I haven't illustrated in a very long time. I haven't drawn and you know, done something that was just kind of artistic with that. It's like, you know, it's like when you're working on the computer a lot, it's like just doing things with your hands is sometimes less of a thing. And so, you know, going back to just drawing and all that was fun, and it was basic. It was, you know, just a very, you know, I've done that since I was, you know, 2 years old. And you know, so just because we're adding new skill sets, or you know, thinking of things in a different way, doesn't mean that we like wipe out like our whole being, right? It's like, you know, it's like, oh, I can't do that because that was old me who did that. It's just like, no, it's like, you know, we can you know, take
Yeah.
those things that we love. And yeah, it is a process of addition.
Mhm.
And what we're subtracting, right, is, yeah, our limitations are those places of either, you know, again, kind of a mindset maybe that you know, we just got stuck. You know, we took it as far as we could, and then it was like, nah, you know, it's like it's time to clear that. It's time to heal ourselves from, you know, this particular incident. And
Oh, yeah.
so
Because
that,
there is that time where there's incidents that you need healing from, deaths, you know, rejections, um, you know, terrible fights and situations between people. I
mhm.
mean, you do need to take some time to get your head back on straight. Yeah.
Yeah, it's you know, in the tarot, it's like there's cards that show like a complete like transformation, right? The death card and all, you know, sometimes judgment is all about a complete rebirth of self. And then there are cards like I'll see like the Ace of Swords, which is just like, you know, bringing in a new layer of information or so, and just like seeing yourself, maybe talking about yourself in a new way. It's like can be uh, just that next step, as if you were just, you know, climbing a ladder. It's like the next rung of the ladder. If you're climbing the stairway, then it's just taking the next step. You don't toss out who you've been, right? It's like you honor all of that, and then you add, you bring in you know, some new new perceptions, or reframing of perceptions. Time is that that wonderful commodity that we have to be able to see you know, events that take place and say, well, you know, yeah, it was horrible at the time, but because of that, it
Yeah,
pushed
you
me
moved away. Yeah.
to this, right?
Right.
And so being able to reframe that in one's being, and not let the past hold you back,
Yeah.
to diminish you, to make you feel like your future isn't this open horizon for you to throw yourself into it, and become the next best version of yourself.
Mhm. That's true. It's really nice. Yeah, the best version of ourselves, for sure. Training our mind to be the best versions of ourselves.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I'm all about it. Yeah, need to learn to cope. Yeah, self-soothe. That's a meditation can do a lot of that as well. Visualizations mostly, until you learn to meditate without going round and around, getting, again, not allowing yourself to over process.
Is there a good prescriptive time limit of meditating, so that one doesn't just like go
I
into
think
a...
it's 10 minutes. I think it's 10 minutes. So, they say 20 minutes in the morning and 20 minutes at night for
Who says that?
transcendental meditation says that. I don't think that. I think that's too much. On the American program, sometimes I think it's too long. I mean, I love 20 minutes. Like, I do a lot of meditation and visualizations, but for me, I put them in at night. I redo another one in the middle of the night. I listen to Jason, I listen to Steve G. Jones, I listen, all sorts of different things. So the thing is that, where, yeah, where do you want to place your time? Now, of course, there's my MP3s as well. So where do you want to spend your time? And so for me, doing it in the night and everything is great. Like even at 6 o'clock in the morning, if I wake up and I don't want to get up till 7, I'll throw in an MP3. And then I might get 5 or 10 minutes of sleep because, they put you to sleep. But meditation's usually. So that's why you never want to drive with them. Not
Yeah,
drive time.
yeah.
It's so not drive time.
Do not drive. Do not operate a forklift. Do not
Definitely don't operate a forklift.
be using sharp knives.
Yeah, no using any sharp knives. Sharp.
Don't be skydiving.
No.
Because you might fall asleep while you're skydiving.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, no, of course I can't be hypnotized. And that doesn't happen usually. You go into a mode of focus if you're listening, because you're supposed to. That's what it helps you with. I make MP3s and you're focusing on what you want to cure, what you want to do, how successful you want to be, how, you want to beautify you, whatever you want to do. It's a tool and a great one. I have to say it's a great one.
Yeah, it's
I'm really happy with the choices I've made in my life.
It's a way to consciously look to recognize what it is that you're wanting to clear, right? To let these things that can be like anchors around our being, right? To like release them, to so that we're not held back.
Yeah.
And so it is a wonderful way of working on that part of our self, the mind, also the spirit. I think there are some activities and all that are that they kind of integrate like the whole being, right? They're like these holistic processes that they touch upon all of these things, and meditation is definitely one of them, because by concentrating on the breath, by slowing, you're breathing down, you're relaxing the body, you're helping to reduce stress within yourself while you're working on the mind, the spirit, the heart.
Yeah, it gives you a little rest. Yeah.
And it's like when you do these things, and you're talking about like, doing light activities, right? Like cooking and
Right.
just activities where you can get the benefit of it, right? Like if you're cooking a meal for yourself and you're conscious of the ingredients and all healthy ingredients, it's like that again, it can calm your mind, and you can see the what you're doing is you're also validating that you are worthy, and in that your entire being is getting benefit from the healthy ingredients. Your body is like getting a nutritious uh, uh, load of fuel for it. It's feeling loved, and you're sending that message to yourself that you have value, and that's so important as far as like just sustaining your being for whatever challenges are ahead of you, and how it is that you're pushing yourself to improve. And I I I guess I use that word, pushing ourselves, because it's like that part of the motivation is that's different for all of us, right? Some people are like
Right.
very just driven, and it's like yeah, and they really go for it. Some are a little bit more, they go at their own pace, and that's that. There's no judgment on that, but it is about how it is that we look to improve our situations.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It's all about improvement, improving our mind to improve our lives. It's a hop, skip, and a jump. It's not a, I can't do it, to a, sure, I can. Just being relaxed with yourself, stepping into it.
Where can people find your MP3s?
At tarainsight.com. TARAINSIGHT.
Did you almost forget how to spell your name?
Almost. And then iHypnotherapy is my app on, and we don't have Jason there, but we do have me and Steve G. Jones. And everybody knows who Steve is. Yeah, Dr. Steve. Yeah, so we have us, and Jason should be there, but Jason isn't
All right.
there.
Well, Jason is he's on Amazon and iTunes and Spotify, and a lot of different places there. I created like a series specifically for like the lockdown, which was the New Day meditations, and it again, there's no time like the present. If one is just coming to a realization that it's like, oh boy, I got to do something, now's the time.
JasonDMcKean.com.
Like, go for it.
JasonDMcKean.com.
That's me.
Yes. Yeah, and you can get the new book too.
The Magic Channel Tarot Reading with the Tarot Wizard.
Yes. Very nice. Very nice. Well, thank you, Jason, for being on the show.
Absolutely. It's always a pleasure. Thank you, Tara.
Yes. And, we're going to be going into the full moon here, about 7 days in a week. So it's a total eclipse. So we need to, lunar eclipse.
Do we need to buckle in for that?
Writing about it.
Do we need to buckle in?
Oh, always for the lunar eclipses. They're interesting. Very interesting. Yeah.
Interesting
about communication
in a good way.
Well, Well, yeah, because sometimes it's our charts are all different. So, of course, some are tripped into, they needed to release something to gain something. And that's all of us. We need to always release something to gain something. Just, we can't be hard on ourselves. Training the mind. We're improving. We're improving every day.
Thank you, Tara.
Thank you, Jason.
Much love to you.
Love you. Blessings and love, everybody.
Thank you for listening to Transform.